Welcome back to another episode of Tired as a Mother podcast with Shantae Renee. So I am super excited about this series that we have going on right now. We are in the series of Mother's Tea. So what is Mother's Tea? We are expressing our journey as a mom because motherhood isn't easy. But I'm so excited about my guest that I have. Um, I'm just excited she's going to be able to share her story and encourage other moms how it is to be a mom because I'm telling you, it's not for the weak, but it's such a blessing. It's so rewarding. But I am going to allow Nekia, my sorrow, to tell us who she is, how many kids she has, and how did you feel in the moment when you found out you were going to be a mom?
All right. I am Nekia. I have two amazing boys. One is 7 and one is 14. And the moment I found that I was going to be a mom, I think I was in shock, like disbelief
Oh,
that I was going to be a
I know.
mom. But then it kind of sunk in and kind of accepted the fact, I was happy that I was, going to be a mom.
Yeah, I know. And see, sometimes with being a mom, that's what we are. We put moms first and things like that. So,
Mm-hmm.
are there any other, pretty much, what's your inspiration with being a mom? Like, who is the person that you look to help you just to keep going?
Um, you know, First you look to God, to stay
Mhm.
grounded. And when my mother was alive, I looked to her,
Right.
growing up, kind of see what she did, kind of looking at her, asking her advice about anything. And just basically my mom, my aunts, now my sisters.
Yeah.
So we got to rely on each other even more now.
Wow.
So
Yeah. And how was that like for your sisters? Because I know, tell us, how many sisters do you have? Let
I have
people
a
know.
twin sister and I have a
Yeah.
younger sister on my mom's side.
Okay. Okay. And how is that support system for you all? Because I know losing a parent ain't easy, and I'm glad you
Mm-hmm.
even brought that up because I
Mm-hmm.
know we all talking about mother's tea, but sometimes it's just difficult. Like I know I'm grateful my mom is still here, but I lost my dad.
Mm-hmm.
But I was a daddy's girl, so sometimes it's like a piece of you left when your parent
Mm-hmm.
left.
Mm-hmm.
And you really don't understand it until you actually have to walk through it. So now that you're walking through it and you have that support, like how does that look for you and your sisters though?
Now we just rely on each other more now because in the past with my mom, she had my boys, she did
Hmm.
everything for us. Now my sisters kind of took the role. My sister, my aunt took the role of my mom.
Yeah. Yeah. So with that as well, like how does this play with like your foundation? Like what is your spiritual foundation as far as being a mom?
Um, just praying, just keep believing, staying positive, always speaking life into my boys,
Mm.
and into myself. Just staying encouraged.
And how does that look like speaking life to your boys? Because sometimes, growing up, some parents didn't always speak life into us. Well, I know I can speak for myself. I love my daddy's girl, but my dad was an alcoholic growing up,
Mm-hmm.
right? So certain days I didn't feel like he spoke life to me. So with that, like just like you were saying, you want to speak positive things. Like how do you do that for your boys?
Just talking, just taking that time with each one of them individually, talking to them, going on like little dates with them.
Oh no, that's cute.
Yeah, we going. They love that. Just going on dates, just talking to them about their day.
Hmm.
The different interactions they have with their friends, and my oldest one, he has a girlfriend now, so just kind of talking
Oh.
to him. I know. Um, just staying positive.
Uh-huh.
Just kind of being real with them too. They are two black boys, so
Hmm.
the conversations are different now from everything that's happening in the world
Right.
with them.
Right.
That's what I do.
Ooh, so that got to be hard. Like, do they have like? Are you doing this as a single parent, like dad involved, or how's that look for you?
I am a single parent.
Hmm.
The dad, he is involved.
Hmm.
Um, to an extent, could be involved more, but
I
for the
understand.
most part, I am a single mom.
Yeah, I understand that, and it doesn't be no shade. We just call a
Yeah,
spade on
and
what
that's
it
what it
is.
is.
But that's how it is with my older two. Their dad is in New Orleans, but they see him summertime and
Mm-hmm.
maybe every other Christmas or whatever. So there's no knock, but we just being honest about
Mm-hmm.
what it is.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you the one that carry that full load.
Yes. Every day.
I mean, how does that look for you? Because you got two boys, 14, 7. So you hit that reset button like I had hit the reset button at once.
Uh huh.
that's good. 14 can help out with 7, but do your 14 and 7-year-old be fussing like they on the
Yes,
same
the
level?
7-year-old
Okay.
think he's
Okay, so it's not
47.
just my
Yeah,
household.
no, the
Okay, that
7.
made me feel better.
Yes, then he
Yeah.
think he runs the house.
Now, are your boys they active in sports and things like that?
Yes, my oldest one, he wrestles and he was on the football team.
Oh
So
wow.
during that season, I was running,
Wow.
and running.
So you're a single mom. Your boys are active.
Hmm.
What does a day, or do you even get a moment just for you?
Um, Sometimes when I'm in the bed,
Yeah, you take that moment
take
in.
that moment, or I may take a power nap here or there when I can.
Yeah,
But not too many. Sometimes have moments, or my sister or my aunts or they'll come and get the boys. Just they want to spend time with them, they'll come and get them, and
right,
that gives me a break. So my
right.
sister she'll drive over 2 hours to come and get them.
Oh, now see, that's amazing.
She was
That's
just here.
to give you a break.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, sister love is totally different, and y'all twins, so it's even on
Mm-hmm.
a different level. But
Right.
like, that's a real blessing to even have a sister like that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
seriously. So, with the busy schedule, how do you feel? Do you ever run into mom guilt? And if you do, how do you handle it?
Of course, like if they have different events, like 2 events going on at the same time,
Yeah,
I gotta try to make both of them, but I can't make the whole entire event. So of course I feel bad, but it's out of my control.
yeah,
Um, so I just try to be there to everything. Or if not, again, my sisters, my aunt,
yeah.
everybody they there, my uncles, everybody's there. At the games. If I can't make it to a game, they're there.
Right, right. So now I'm about to challenge you a little bit because you told me earlier. You say what you do for yourself is take a nap. Now you're an educator as well too. We tell these kids self care
Yeah.
all the time.
Hmm.
So how are you going to work on improving your self care so you're not only just taking a nap?
So now I've learned to set boundaries.
Oh, yep, that's it.
I say no.
Yeah,
If I can't make it, I can't make it.
no
If
is a
something's
statement.
scheduled, if something is scheduled before something else, I'm going to whatever I scheduled first. And the other one, I just can't go. You just gotta
Good.
learn to set boundaries, and I
Yeah,
feel so much better now.
that's good.
I don't do any work at home.
Oh, that's real good. That's hard for the educators.
It
Like, it
is.
really is to shut it off and just be home.
Mm-hmm.
That your mind is always spinning. You got
Always.
lesson planning. You got admin asking you to do
Mm-hmm.
this. You got outside help. And so you work with EC.
Uh
So it's like
huh.
even that never turns off because your mind is
Never.
always trying to figure out.
It's something I always do.
Yeah, yeah,
So I just learned I'm not after 4 o'clock. I'm done. I check my email. I check it the next morning,
yeah.
and it's okay. It's still gonna be there.
Right. That part is still gonna be there without a answer because I'm not answering until probably
No.
8:30. Even though we start at
Right.
8. Probably 8:30, I might finally check my email and be
Exactly.
like, oh, okay, I get to it. Because it's just so much. And, and mom, being a mom, I promise to you, like, you take that role personally.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't want nobody to um, jeopardize anything between you and your kids because you feel like you have to protect them.
Mm-hmm.
So, what does protecting your kids look like for you?
Um, this kind of when I grew up, we were kind of sheltered. And I
Mm,
don't want to do, what was kind of done to me because it has a long term effect on you. Not being
right.
when they say quote unquote not being used to certain things, because I wasn't.
Mm,
I'm just trying to. I think just talking to my kids, kind of telling them the real,
right.
not real for everything, but some things just being honest with them and open. They gonna I have to learn how to let them make mistakes. That was my
Mm,
issue.
wow.
You want to protect them, and you
Right.
don't want them to see certain things or people to say certain things to them. But you just gotta learn. You gotta learn and let them. They gotta go deal with some things.
Yeah,
To be better people.
that's true. Ooh. You just said a lot. I was thinking about my own kids on that one. You have to protect them by any
Mhm.
means that's needed. But with everything that you have going on, as far as mom, career, also you're very active in the chapter. Let me tell y'all, she make me feel bad about me in the AKA sometimes. Like, yo, you and Anna, like y'all be rolling. They
We
cross a
do.
whole line and stuff. I'm just on the
We
side, like, how
do.
can I help y'all? 'Cause I am not
I know you
active.
did. You really you
I,
help. You help. You really help.
I appreciate it, but
Um.
I'm like, look, I can help y'all from behind the walls. Don't ask me for if I'm active. I can't pin nobody, not one person. But with everything that you do, because you have a really busy schedule. You're
Mm-hmm.
demanded at work, home, just life in general. So how do you find joy in all the chaos that goes on?
Um, just me, wanting to help people, just
I
being,
definitely agree that
just
with you.
being selfless. That's how I find joy, seeing, seeing people happy. Of course, I want to make myself happy, but just seeing other people, being happy
Hmm.
and doing other things for people, that makes me happy.
Yeah, that bring you a lot of joy with just seeing people smile.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely a blessing all in by itself. Um, so you're a single mom. What advice will you give a new mom? Maybe she's just starting off. She's a single mom, or
Mm-hmm.
someone is just introduced to this. Like, what advice can you give to them? Just doing it by themselves.
Give yourself grace.
Mm, that's
You're gonna
true.
make mistakes. You're not gonna be perfect.
Hmm.
Just to be present. You can't be perfect. Just be present for your child or your children.
Yeah,
So that's what I would say to a new mom.
yeah.
And set boundaries.
Those
That's
boundaries is
those are needed.
important. Yeah, it's needed. So, if you had any hurt or um from your children's father,
Hmm.
um, how do you deal with the hurt?
Um, just evolving, getting older, learning
Mm-hmm.
to accept certain things. Because when we were together, you want this picture of what you want the family to be. You want,
That
the
part
children,
that you want that
the children
perfect
father,
picture.
yeah, the children's father to be involved. And if it's not working with y'all, it's not working.
It's
You gotta
not.
let it go. Um,
Yeah.
I just woke up one day and said, I don't deserve this. So,
That
and it's okay. My
that's
kids
a
not gonna
lot.
see me sad just because I want to stay with the quote unquote baby dad or the child's father.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
But your kids can see when you're unhappy.
They can. They can sense it. They really do.
So I said, nope, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
You just gotta learn how to accept it. Of course, it took time, but I was like, we'll be
Mm-hmm.
fine.
Yeah.
We will be fine.
And once you accept it, then I think that's when that real healing process starts. Like you no longer holding
Angry,
on to it. Yeah, that
angry.
anger. I'm telling you, because you could be angry for some years. I ain't gonna lie. I think I was
Mm-hmm.
angry. Well, I might still be working. God's still working on me
Mm-hmm.
on that part.
Mm-hmm.
But my older two, that because I just feel like I guess my anger come from because you're not present as much as they
Right.
need, and they girls. And I mean, boys need their dad too,
They
because it's
do.
stuff
Uh
that
huh.
we can't
I can't.
teach
Yeah, I
them.
can't talk to them about.
Yeah, like we never been in that situation or whatever. So I mean, and that would bring some anger and some frustration. But once you're able to accept it, then you're like, okay, all right, this is what it is. So what can I do, just to even push forward and make it work? Like, whew,
And also to really not want the father anymore. You kind of healing.
ooh,
That's when I was found joy, and I didn't you didn't. Of course, you get upset if they have a significant other, but that's all. If
mm-hmm.
in my opinion, if you still have feelings for the
That's when
father,
you're still
but
mad,
now that's
right?
fine. It's
Yeah.
fine, and I'm okay.
Yeah, when you see her, just say, "Hey, girl," and just
Hmm. As long as
and
you're
yeah,
taking care of you're being good to my boys and take care of my boys.
that
I don't
part.
have a problem at all.
Yeah,
But when you're not, that's a whole nother side you can see. But as long as you're taking care of them, you're being good to them, I don't
that's
have a
true.
problem with it at all.
That is so true. I mean, so how is it for um like the family wise? Like they good? Your sons are good with like inside the family,
Mm,
or
I mean, they could be present a lot more.
mm-hmm.
Of course, they are more close to my side.
Yeah, because your family is present.
Yeah,
They
they
showing
all
up to the
yeah all the time.
games.
Mhm.
Shoot, there to give you a break, and your boys know that too. If your
Mhm.
sister driving, they know where your sister live. They're
Mhm.
like, damn, my auntie, like my aunt, what do you say? Because I'm from New Orleans, we be saying auntie,
Mm,
or we say Titi.
they just say like big stuff, or she drove 2.5 hours just to see my oldest one off to his eighth grade formal.
Oh,
She only stayed maybe an hour and went right back home.
wow. And your kids know that, man. They know
Mhm.
that love. They know
Mhm.
genuine love, not no fake stuff. Now I'm
Uh
just
huh.
putting on
Yeah.
for social media because
Uh
people
huh.
do that. They
Mhm.
put on for social media and things like that, and they know genuine. Like no.
They do.
And the older that they get, the more you don't even have to even try to hide nothing because they see everything for
Mhm.
themselves now.
They
Like,
do.
And I mean, I know for me, at one time I used to feel like to cover up the dad's actions for the
Mm-hmm.
girls when they were younger. I didn't want them to know, well, okay, he said he was coming this weekend and didn't come. You
Yeah.
know, now it's to a point like, okay, he talk about it. He tell them, I'm coming to y'all this month, whoop the whoop, and then this
And
month come
then
and go, and
he
they
don't
like,
come.
hey, he ain't
He
come
ain't
on,
come.
you
Yeah.
know. And now I'm like, yeah, and I'm over here looking like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't even know what to say no more because at one time, like you do, you want to protect their feelings,
Mm-hmm.
you want to protect their heart, and things like that, and you don't like seeing your kids hurt.
No.
You don't like seeing them hurt, so you try to mask all that stuff, but um my screensaver, Nikki. Yeah, okay. So, but yeah, you don't want to see them hurt and stuff like that. So you just want to
Protect
just
them.
protect them from everything else. So, is was there a moment in during motherhood that changed you forever?
It was when I was about to have Denim, my youngest one,
Mm-hmm.
and but when I had to have a C-section,
Got them
and
C-section, no joke.
I didn't know that I had fibroids, and
Oh
so the
wow.
fibroid was so big it had ruptured my fallopian tube, and they had closed me up, but I was bleeding internally, and the OBGYN, he didn't know it, and I kept needing having to get blood transfusion. They didn't know what was going on, so they had to open me up again less than 2 hours, and he found out what was wrong. So yeah.
So you trying to heal from the C-section? You had two procedures going on all at
Mhm.
the same time.
Mhm.
That healing process, how did you? Because having a C-section is by far the worst. That fourth one, I I I thought I was going on at fourth one. I kid you not, because it took me so much longer
Yeah.
to heal from it. So
Mhm.
I'm listening like, what in the world? So
Mhm.
how did you even the newborn stage? How did all that stuff look? What that's hard trying to. People don't understand. You trying to
Yeah.
roll up with that baby
You
up there.
can't hold them like
Oh my
because
gosh.
you
Yeah.
can't even cough. You can't
No.
hold your baby. You can't do anything. So I was at my mom's house. So she
Wow.
had my mom and my mom and my dad.
Good grief. Damn.
Mhm.
I'm telling you, boy, God works in mysterious
He
ways.
does.
Ain't no way in the world that healing process. I'm telling you, all hats off to every mom out there that had a C-section or
Yes.
even just having kids, because they be trying to downplay us sometimes to my y'all
Right.
didn't push it. And it be my own kids. That's who they is. My older two. They are so extra petty. But yeah, commending to all the moms with the C-section because that healing process is no joke. And I'm
Right.
grateful that you had your mom and your dad
Mhm.
to help you through that process. Cause good grief. Like, no,
Mhm.
getting up in the middle of the night, trying to do bottles. Did you breastfeed?
I I did for a little bit.
Girl, I gave up. I tried. That little pump. That little pump was trying to pump.
Yeah.
Wasn't nothing coming out.
That's why I stopped.
Wasn't nothing coming out. So moms who out there who
The
thinking
mom
about
like he keep
breastfeeding,
hollering because he hungry. That's why he keep hollering. He hungry.
give me that infant meal in that bottle, please.
Right.
Because I am not even about to try this no more. We both gonna take
Right.
a nap. It's breastfeeding is work. Hats
It
off to y'all
is.
who do that. Because ain't no way. Mm-mm. So, what are some memories that you want to make sure that your kids have forever? Like something you want, like you know how we get with moms, we be
Mhm.
planning stuff out, and then we be all super excited and things like that. But what is that you want to make sure these memories your kids remember forever about you?
Just the time that we spent together, just all three of us, or just the
Mhm.
separate dates, just going on different trips, um, just the memories they had with my mom, because that would
Oh,
mom
yeah.
she didn't she didn't want her boys in daycare for the first 2 years of their life. They didn't go.
Oh,
She was like, no, they're not going to daycare.
yeah.
So she had them when they were little. Just they just hold on to those memories with her. Just some of the things that we've done together,
Mhm.
teaching them how to they like community service. Because I hate I got Karen with me. If we go on to Souls Ministry or somewhere, the little
Oh,
ones right there helping out, passing out snacks
wow.
and passing out things. They enjoy doing it. They see
Mhm.
somebody on at Walmart. They
Yeah.
always want to Mom, can we give them something?
Oh, that's good.
Always.
That's real
So
good.
that's the things I want them to remember.
Yeah. Now, I know this question not something I give. Well, I've been asking a few questions, and I appreciate you rolling with me
You're
too, because
welcome.
um, but I'm keep thinking, like I know, not even thinking, I know it's placed on my spirit. Um, that you saying your mom. How long has it been since your mom transitioned?
2022.
Wow, so this is still fresh.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's your healing process look for you? 'Cause I know we talking about motherhood, but motherhood is different without your mom.
I mean, it's still going through the process of
Yeah.
healing. You probably never gonna be healed. You just kind
Wow.
of learn how to cope and kind of just live life, but you never gonna heal from that.
You
That's the
don't.
worst heartbreak you ever have.
Wow.
So it's kind of going through the motion with the boys and myself and things like that. During the holidays and the birthdays and
Yeah.
those are the hardest times. But you just gotta stay prayed up,
Yeah.
stay prayed.
Definitely.
You just talk to her. The oldest one, he talks to her outside on the porch.
Wow.
Hmm. And then the youngest one, he at nighttime said, "There go mama." Can we tell him she's a star? So he'll
Yeah.
go outside, see, hey mama, things like that.
Yeah. So,
So,
what do you do for you?
um, just sometimes I go to a grave,
Mm-hmm.
talk to her because I got to make her another headstone saddle. I'm in the process of doing that. So
Oh.
just like every so many months, I make a new saddle for a headstone.
Wow.
Just therapy, all of that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Look, and nothing's wrong with therapy.
Mm.
Um, I look, I got a shirt on. Therapy in
Uh
Jesus,
huh.
but it's nothing wrong with therapy, especially grief counseling. Like I
Mhm.
found out real early in the game, I would be a horrible grief counselor. Even though counseling's my background, I'm in there crying with the people.
Yeah.
It's so sad with
Mhm.
me, and I'm like, I hate grief counseling. So yeah, but I highly recommend it for anyone, and I'm just keep hearing it's about you. Even though I know we say we agree to speaking about single moms, but what
Mhm.
encouragement do you have for someone who lost their mom though? Because that's what I keep hearing right now.
Um. Let's see. You just gotta hold on to the memories that you all had. Don't take nothing for granted.
Mm,
Nothing. If your mom want to talk your head off all day, let her talk your head off
yeah,
all day.
yeah,
Any little thing, cause when she's gone, you gonna miss everything.
yeah. And I do. I commend your strength. Um, honestly, I really admire because losing your father is like damn, my dad
Mhm.
gone. But your mom be like your best friend.
Yeah, that's your first love. Like, yeah.
Yeah, like it hits
Mhm.
different. So and I'm forever grateful that I do still have my mom, but I'm like it's just I just know it would be different.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So I admire your strength. I admire you and your sister's strength. Just the fact that because sometimes when someone passes away, the family goes different ways. So the fact that y'all two got even closer,
Mhm.
like that's huge, and I really do commend you all for just to keep going because
Mhm.
sometimes you can't keep going.
Mm.
Some mornings, I know for a fact, some mornings you probably don't even want to get up out the bed
Mm.
because this doggone grief is so heavy that it's making me feel like I just have to stay here.
Mhm.
But I commend you for getting up every day and
Thank
you
you.
still there for your boys.
Mhm.
You still there for the students at the school, even though those kids are they're very challenging. They're very unique situations, but I know that you're still a mother figure even to them.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, God is pleased.
Mhm.
So just keep on going. You keep doing what He's telling you to do. And stepping outside your comfort zone. 'Cause I still feel like this is outside
It is.
of your comfort zone. So the fact that
It
the
is.
fact that you said, Shantae, I'm willing to share my story, and I'm like, great, like this is really good.
Mhm.
But it's like I just keep feeling like it's a shift, and I talked
Mhm.
about the shift in the doggone meeting.
Mhm.
Um, and that's why I feel like
Yeah.
you're encouraging two sets of moms. You're encouraging moms who's it's shoot more than two. You're encouraging moms that's single, that's raising young men
Mhm.
because that's what you're doing. You're not just raising boys like the way your values and your morals and things like that. You raising young men,
Mhm.
and you stepping up to the plate and you doing it well.
Thank you.
All alone, while you still going through your own emotional
Mm-hmm.
process and things like that. And now you even helping out these new girls that just came out. They've been doing some community service and everything. I had to
Yeah, we
tell one of
working.
the girls, I said, y'all been working.
Working.
Like y'all still fresh off the press
All
and
right.
they are out
Yeah,
here
they
working
working. I'm so
and
proud of them.
y'all
They
are
out
doing
working.
it. Like that's huge.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Yeah, God is pleased with you.
Thank
Like,
you.
cause that was really just weighing on. And I'm like, God, I know we're not supposed to be talking about no grief. That's not what we agreed to. But I'm like, but you, when you would bring it up, I'm like, yo, that's why she's here. You're
Mm-hmm.
encouraging moms who going through it, um, and just letting them know, yo, it's gonna be okay. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm still. You get up and look pretty every day because
Yeah.
you look real cute.
Thank
You really do.
And we
Like,
can have our
you,
moments. And
yeah,
you have your moments. You could be riding home and just bust out crying.
yeah. And don't even. It could be anything. It could be a
Mm-hmm.
song,
A
a
smell,
commercial. Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
That's just how it is.
But
And I
yeah,
don't think it's ever gonna go away.
no,
You
because
see, I
it's your new
learned.
norm.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks. You
Mm-hmm.
hate this new norm,
Right.
but at the end of the day, you still have to create a new norm for your kids as
Mm-hmm.
well.
Right.
And I love the fact that you say that your mom is a star. So every time he looks up, no
Mm-hmm.
matter that is gonna be a memory he definitely gonna
Mm-hmm.
remember forever. Like yo,
Mm-hmm.
and God forbid, anytime soon. I pray you live to be like 1,000 years old. But even when they get
Yeah.
older, he always gonna remember that when my mom is there.
Mm-hmm.
So the seeds that you plant into your kids, keep doing and keep
Mm-hmm.
watering it because you say you take them out on dates and spending that one-on-one time and being present, like you're continuing to water their
Mm-hmm.
seeds. And I know they're honored to have you as their mom.
Uh-huh.
It was meant for that laptop to go off because I was gonna keep thinking
Right.
about different things, but yeah, it's. I know I had asked you a series of questions. Is there anything that you would like to discuss that I didn't even ask? Because I know it was a whole bunch of questions, but it was just a shift that came up.
Um, no, I mean, I'm definitely out of my comfort
But
zone.
you're
Um,
doing so
I
amazing.
know. Just no, not right now. But I'll let you know. I'm on another topic to talk about. I definitely let you know.
Okay, okay.
Um,
Shoot. I'm just excited at the fact we here.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's something different. It's different because
Yeah.
people don't. They wouldn't think I would do this. But,
No, because I was surprised too. 'Cause I'm like, yo, she's always quiet.
uh,
Like, I did not think you were gonna come and want to share your story, and you sharing
hmm I said, I said I'm gonna do it. I
it.
just, I said I'm gonna do it.
And I appreciate you being comfortable enough on this platform, um, to want to share your story.
Yeah, and I appreciate you for allowing me to share my
No,
story.
no problem, girl.
You're welcome.
Always. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this on up. I want to thank Nakia again, for stepping outside her comfort zone, for just being an amazing mom. She encouraged people way more than what she knows, and I'm just so excited that um, God had placed it on her spirit just to want to share her story.
Mhm.
And yeah, and I think sometimes talking about grief is heavy, but at the same time, God wouldn't give you an assignment that He didn't think you wasn't
Mhm.
equipped for. So He knew that you could carry this heaviness and you could help someone else. Not even only females, you could help males out too, because we all go through grief. So I'm not even, and that's not me saying that. So that's telling me to tell you don't put no limitations on yourself.
Right.
When it comes to you, because it's not going to be your last speaking arrangement. I know you're gonna have more. God just had to just get you outside your comfort zone in His own way. So yes. So Nakia, can people follow you on social media to even keep up? Look how you looking at me like, hold up,
Girl,
Shantae. Now
yeah.
look, you got me on here now. Now you want people to follow me? Like,
um,
girl.
I mean, just on Facebook, my name Nekia Williams. Um, that's I'm on on Facebook, on
Yeah.
Instagram. I'm perfection three
Come on,
zero
Katie.
three Instagram. And, yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I'm so proud of you, girl. You
Thank you.
did amazing, and God is pleased. That's all I keep hearing. God is pleased. I don't know what you've been praying, but God is pleased with what you have. So y'all, that is concluding this episode of Mother's Tea with Miss Nakia. And she did a phenomenal job with
Thank you.
sharing her story and just letting the people know you can live.
Mm-hmm.
You will survive and you definitely will keep on going no matter what is brought your way. So once again, girl, thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. Thank you.
We're gonna go ahead and wrap up this episode of Mother's Tea, y'all. We looking forward to the next episode. So we will talk to you all soon. Y'all have a good one.